to compromise. So I always been true to me, and I stood in my truth. And to stand in your truth is to always be who you are. So my advice is always stand in your truth. Don't be afraid to speak up, even if they don't speak your language. Make them hear you.
Yes.
Never feel like you have a voice. Every table you sit at is a seat for you. So that is my advice, is being able to sit at every table, that the door open up. Don't be intimidated by any face, any titles, because a title just only said you're the boss, but who you the boss of? So
let's get it right. Let's get it tight. Ooh. Well, hello there, Flawless family. It is I, Tiara Walker Holloway, your host of Flawless Living Made Simple, Winning Mindsets. And first of all, I am so happy that you decided to join me again today. Okay, like I promised, I'm going to continue bringing you people that I admire from near and far. Okay, near and far, that have amazing winning mindsets. Okay, now this lady that you see on the screen right now is a woman that I actually, I tell people all the time that if I was to do this show, and I think I told you this last week, if I was to do this show just here in Virginia, in the Hampton Roads area, with the amazing people that I know, I would never have to go anywhere, because there is so much amazing talent and love. And this woman, I met her through a girlfriend of mine about her event that we're going to talk about today, Sunday Fun Day. And I actually went to meet up with my photographer, and they were there that day doing their photo shoot for the promo for the event. As soon as I walked in, it was an immediate connection, right? And like I always like to say, it's like, I don't care where you get it from. It's like real recognize real, man. It's like we connected, this lady, Miss Wanico Bradley, and she was immediately like, just grabbed my heart, right? Your sincerity, your authenticity, your comfort, like you seem as someone that is so comfortable in their skin, so relaxed in any environment. And I admire that greatly. Then from that point, we spoke on the phone about the event, and you told me the background of the event and why you did it. And I was immediately endeared to you, because I love women that are doing the things that we all think we need. You actually have supplied something for this community that I feel like, and the world at large, that women need. So Wanico Bradley, thank you so much for joining me for the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. I'm so happy you agreed to come on. Now, tell the audience about Sunday Fun Day, because nobody can explain it like you, okay?
Fair enough. Well, again, my name is Wanico Bradley, and thank you for having me on, Tiara, because, like I told you, this is my very first interview as far as me sharing who I am with the world and sharing Sunday Fun Day. That has been a big part of the culture as far as what I have started, just connecting with so many women prior to Sunday Fun Day, but it has been I'm able to engulf in so many different type of women from backgrounds. And we are all able, some one or two fashion, we're able to connect with real women issues. And Sunday Fun Day is just a platform of just, regular women coming together, allowing them to, be transparent and open to meeting new women, not just sitting around women, but just being in the atmosphere of awesome women and being able to connect on a real level, not just behind by, but really getting to know one another. So Sunday, again, is a platform for sisters getting together, only to empower, to love, to talk about our health issues, and not just our physical being, but our mental, okay? Also, to support.
Yes.
And the biggest one is to love on each other. And that's what Sunday Funday is all about. Just opening up to new women, no matter where they come from, no matter how high they are or how low they are, but coming together and just uplifting, pouring into each other. If I can help you with something, let's network. So let's open up our platform to each other on a level where you would never even be in the same vicinity with these women. But these women love Sunday Funday. And I'm just so happy that I'm able to be responsible and know exactly what God is pleased with. So Sunday Funday is for every woman from the ages of 21 to 88 to 100, and it goes up.
Yeah.
So you're welcome to come. It doesn't matter who you are.
I've seen that for myself. And Wanico, you know, as someone speaking from passion, I just feel that everything you just said does encompass the event. However, I gotta tell the people, see, no, you just not. See, this is the thing. This. I can understand why this is your first interview because you're so humble, and so you are going to naturally lean into this is for, and it is. It's for the love. It's for the women. It's for connection, baby. This is a party. This is a positive pajama party of women. So you didn't even mention the fact that you have to wear pajamas. Yes. Oh my God, y'all. Y'all don't understand. Okay. This event is like you walk in, okay, and there are women, like she said, from 21 to 150, okay, and everybody has on pajamas that match the color of this Sunday Funday's theme, okay? Now, throughout the time, because this is a long, day-long event, you're talking about a brunch, baby. This is brunchlicious, okay? This is brunch filled with care, and love, and affection, okay? Because you are there all day. And when you see the timeline, you think to yourself, like, that's a long time. It's such a good event. You don't even realize how much time has passed because as soon as you walk in, you are greeted by love. Everyone's smiling. The food is always good. And you're relaxed because you're in pajamas, and everyone is in pajamas, you guys, in the middle of the day. It's amazing. The amount of joy, the jokes, the gifts, the games, the speeches, the talks, the introductions to local businesses that are helping with mental health, community advocates, different things that Wanico highlights at each event. It's such an amazing feeling, you know. Tell us why you decided, or what made you add the pajamas. Tell us what turned this into a pajama event.
Well, thank you, Tiara, because I think you really need to be my mouthpiece. But however, I'm so engulfed of the real source of Sunday Funday. Yes. The extra stuff is just what really makes it such a great event.
Yes.
But the love and the passion is what I'm focusing on. However, let me explain, like you just said, the reason why I use the pajamas, and it's crazy too, because actually, let me just back it up a little bit. A friend of mine presented something on social media, and it was a flyer that's been circulating prior then, probably a year or two prior. And it was one of those things that, you know, and this is how Sunday Funday started. Yeah. So the flyer was out there, and, you know, of course it was out there. I want to do this. Who want to do this? I want to do this. I want to do it. So I applied, you know, that looked like fun. Okay. So of course, you know, I had to really think about it because I know, you know, when you do something like this, it requires a lot of time. It requires a lot of vision, details. I mean, very minute details to make sure that you just don't plan something, but you plan sport, continue on to win, where you're not just being in a place with women that you're waiting for something to happen. I'm going to bring it to you because I thank God for the vision. And I thank God for the passion and being in customer service and having my own business for over 20 plus years, that I have the customer service and the connection to connect with women from a very deep heart. So the pajamas was just a place where you can just come and just be comfortable.
Right.
Okay? But then when I realized how important the pajamas was for the event, because basically what it did, it said a lot about the women that came through the doors to be entertained. It lets you know that whatever it is that you may be going through, whether you riding a Maserati or Aston Martin or just a Hyundai, or whether you over here in Burbage Grand or downtown Suffolk, your pajamas does not say or does not characterize your worth. Right. It lets you know we are all equal coming in this event. We are comfortable and we are going to have a good time. And the pajamas was just a solidification that, you know what, you don't need designers, or it doesn't matter. When you bring women to a place where they just feel like, wow, back in high school, when we all graduated, we didn't feel like, okay, we had to outdo each other, and I wanted to make sure that the women just felt like, you know what, this is absolutely nice. And I got pajamas on that didn't cost me, but only maybe $40. Now, if you want to go get something really nice, it's up to you. But the requirement is just the color theme and just silk pajamas, because silk is very sexy on women, first of all. So it is a great choice, but to set it all, I just wanted everyone to feel beautiful, to feel comfortable, and to be able to accept whatever Sunday Funny brings. And all the women are able to look at each other, and we just looking back at each other. I'm not looking to see, and you not, oh, she got a whole, no. We're coming to the same level. Yes. Nobody goes to a higher level to communicate. We're all coming to the same level because we all look the same. And that's one reason for, probably the only reason, to be honest with you, that the silk pajamas is very important. And I want to keep it that way. And I want to just make sure that, when you come, I'm going to have your gifts. I'm going to make sure you don't ask for anything, but more so the color theme is the most important sequence because it brings us all together on just one accord. Okay. And you asked me about the comedy. The comedy is just another way to make us laugh. Right. Gina Funny is an amazing comedian. Yeah. Matter of fact, she started the very first one back in December. So she has been part of Sunday Fun Day. She made it very clear that you are not doing another Sunday Fun Day without me. And she made that clear on this first Sunday Fun Day. So the comedy is just a way to enlighten our situations where we're going through, to keep us laughing, keep us engaged. The food. Woo. Made from the heart. Didn't want to do a lot of different catering. I wanted the people who love me, who value certain foods and can get in there and just make some good soul food without doing a lot of artificials. So I wanted the food to be very selective. And I know you've been to the very last two. Everyone said the food was amazing. And everyone said the last one was the best one. The one before that, they said the food was amazing. They said that was the best one. So every event keeps getting bigger and better. And that's the whole goal, because it is definitely doing something to the soul. And women are definitely being able to connect, open up to other women, leave out with so many phone numbers. It's like when you walk into Sunday Fun Day and you leave out, it's like a girl's trip. It's like, when are we going to do this again? When is the next one? What do I need to do? What do you need me to do? So, I just try to keep things in perspective as far as what I do for myself. Yeah. And I believe that I don't want to say a big dreamer, but I believe I'm a person who believes that women should have the best of everything. Right. Service, just overall love coming from every direction, because it doesn't matter where you're going. Right. Where you've been. But when you get to Sunday Funday, you're going to feel love through the food, through the comedian, DJ, the games that we play, the gifts that we give away. I mean, I can go on and on, but I don't want to rush the interview. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's for sure. I mean, the thing about it is the reason I asked you again about the pajamas is because I know you had shared with me when we spoke, like I said, that first time, and you were saying about how it truly does level the playing field. And sometimes we don't understand as forces that you can make another person feel small by just entering the environment, right? And so when you have all those heavy hitter women in that room, all in different powerful positions in business, finance, culture, catering, entertainment, media, and also up and coming young women or elder women who have retired, right? So many different age groups of women. It allows for everyone to be able to kind of, like you said, feel as just one complete person, right? There's no competition. It's not about who has the best this or who has the best that, because we all come in with our own preconceived notions, right? So when you come in with those pajamas, everybody just looks so clean, smells so good, and looks so sexy. And it doesn't matter the age, right? And you see too, another thing that I really love about it is that although you have the pajamas, each woman still, this is the best part, their own spin, right? So you might see a Nana with a belt on hers, right? You might see somebody with a brooch, you know. You might see somebody that tie dance this way, tie dance that way, right? Rolled it up. Somebody might have a matching scarf. Even the modest girls, you'll see the modest girls, and they'll have on their pajamas with their robe and their arms covered and their heads covered. It's like, it is such a beautiful experience. And so with you having told us a bit about Sunday Fun Day, tell us a bit about you, Miss Wanico. What brought you at this point in your life to now do something, although I know this is not a nonprofit, right? What led you to, at this point in your life, to actually do something so heart-based, right? I know that you continuously, throughout our conversation thus far already, have mentioned your belief in God and your faith. What is the thing that finally, because I know you're a doer, right? I know you're a doer. So what is the thing that brought you to create this at this point in your life, with all the other responsibilities that we as women and business owners hold?
Well, I can say this. I have been into marketing as well as promoter over 15 years, okay? I have been able to bring women together with a select a few men on experience that has never been calculated. That was about 10 years ago. I think I did my biggest event about 10 years ago. I think it was 40 years old. And up until then, I was doing little small events. It was always about making the people who was in my company so comfortable, loved, and just acknowledged. And one of my biggest philosophies, if you can't help no one, what are you here for? I have always been a very passionate person when it comes to just getting the job done. Even when I worked for Newport News Shipyard, in 17 years on that job, I was able to manifest through so many situations that nobody could ever get it done better than me, okay? And I say that because I believe in the responsibility that I was in charge of. And I took on other responsibilities because of the people who depended on me to make it happen. So coming from a background where, you know, working for shipyards, mill industry, and coming up under some really tough management, and it was very tough. As a Black woman, it was very tough. So I knew how to do my job and get it done, and receive high accolades for that. But it also made me understand that I can really talk to anyone and get them to say yes. I can talk to anyone and make sure they feel love. They can feel it through my conversation. They can feel it through just me being in their vicinity. So me being able to do what I'm doing now, God told me about 20 years ago, and maybe even longer, maybe 20. My son is 25. I was pregnant. So it's probably about 25 years ago. And the pastor came to me. I don't want to get too off topic, but it's all pertaining to my passion into it. Where
you say what you need to say. Okay, you say what you need to say.
And thank you. And the pastor came to me, and it was a pastor and an evangelist. She came to me and she said, you have to go back to school and get your law degree. I was like, ma'am, I'm saying to myself, ma'am, you see me about 5 months pregnant. Let me keep singing in the choir. Because I was singing, I saw Marvin Sapp, never would have made it. I did a solo. And she came to me and she said, you need to go back to school and get your law. 10 minutes later, the pastor said, you are going to be preaching to young females that has been put to the side, that have been making really bad decisions. And you are the one who's going to be the one that preached to them. And I said, okay. Young kids I love. Women I love even more. Fast forward, I've been in positions where I was able to train women at Newport News Shipyard. You know, they was able to come to me with a dark past, and they would come and I would minister to them, and I would, pick them up and just pour into them. So I always had a role of just nurturing, mentoring. That's a big part of who I am. And I think you know that. But more so than anything else, the pureness of it, the trueness of the soul, not looking at a person and looking at their past.
Yes.
One thing about Sunday Funday, I don't care what you're going through, because it's not my job to redefine your situation. I'm here to get you through it. I'm here to make sure you got somebody that's not looking down on you, but looking up to you, knowing that it's going to be okay. So Sunday Funday platform is strictly about just uplifting. And I'm using my hands because I don't know, here lately, I think everybody started using their hands. But honestly speaking, working in the shipyard and being able to just, support so many levels of management, from the low level up to the top notch VP, even the president of Newport News, Jennifer Bork, Mike Petters would call me because they knew the information they needed, I can get it for them without making 5 or 6 phone calls or being put on. So, Sunday Funday is Wanico Bradley. It's Wanico Bradley, just doing what I do best. Doing it in the way that is genuine, and you can feel the love, and whatever I tell you, you can trust it. So that's who Wanico is. Wanico Bradley, been married for 18 years. I have 3 children, and also my stepdaughter. I have a 15-year-old. My daughter is Johnny. I think you met her a couple of times. You haven't met my stepdaughter because she lives in North Carolina. And of course, my oldest son, John Bradley, he's 25. So I have a very loving family. They love their mother to death. They just, when I say they love the mom, they love the mom. And I love my children. You met my husband because he started to present himself at Sunday Funday because he felt like, wait a minute, it's just too much going on. What can I do? So he's also my backbone. And he get on my nerves sometimes.
That's a beautiful thing. And to have a love that continues to just grow and thrive, and to have that support where you started something and he said, you know what, babe, I'm gonna put on these pajamas and come out here with y'all too. And it's like you don't see him in the beginning, and then when it get really girly, you don't see him no more.
Yeah, he's working.
Then you see him again at the end. It's not too much, like you'll see him just a minute, but he be helping. So
he does. He helps out in a capacity that.
Yes.
Yeah. So his capacity of Sunday Funday, he tries to help me with the food. He sets everything up for me. If I need something done here, go ahead and do it, because he's also in the food industry. So I think I can trust him in that area. But outside of that, I also take care of my mother. She is turning 78 years old on Sunday, Funday, October the 4th. So we're going to celebrate her.
Yay.
Of course, you have seen her at the last two Sunday Fundays,
Yes.
and you know she loves music.
Yes.
I also take care of my mother-in-law. She's 85. So with everything I'm going on, being a mother, and of course, I am a grandmother. I have a 5-year-old granddaughter. Her name is Heaven. She is my heart. She's like my little mini me. You know, life is just amazing. You know, life is so amazing. It doesn't matter how challenging things can be, but when you have people who love you and they see the love and you feel the love, you know, you know, nothing can stop you. You know, it doesn't matter if you have a slow start, or, you know, you realize that, you know, I just turned 50. I'm not embarrassed by that. I just turned 50.
They wish they could, okay? They wish they could.
But, you know, a lot of people don't like to share their age, you know.
I mean, no. You know what? I am definitely not of that crowd. I definitely am thankful to be older, right? Yes. And I come from a place where a lot of us did not make it. So for me, I look at it also as a testament to survival, right? I'm here still. I mean, so many people didn't expect us to make it. So I definitely, you know, I'm thankful to be crushed. And that's so cool, because I was going to ask you that. It's like, I know that you recently passed your 50th, and I just wonder, like, what advice, because you just said so many heavy things, but so eloquently, right?
Mm-hmm.
What advice would you give to, it doesn't even have to be like a younger woman, but another woman or a man that may be transitioning? Because you said that you're doing what you do best now, and you cultivated and learned and grew into that purpose in your job, in your career choice. 17 years, that's a career, right? That's not just a job, that's a career, right? So in that career choice, what advice would you give to someone that is looking or seeking their own purpose, and knowing that they're also giving a similar level of service or getting a similar result from their subordinates, their colleagues, their bosses?
Well, the advice I would give to anyone that is or have been in my footsteps, to not be afraid. Okay, don't be afraid to step up the box. Okay, my industry was a little different, because most women probably would have never even been able to be a part of the Newport News shipyard on the playing field I was on. So I was really afforded a great opportunity. But what I had to do, I had to turn that opportunity into, look, I am Wanico Bradley, and I really had to fight for everything, okay, in the shipyard. The shipyard is a really tough foundation for women, let alone Black women. We don't get things easy. Even if we have all the skills and tools, we really don't. A lot of compromising go on. If you see people elevating, it was a lot of compromise. So I always been true to me, and I stood in my truth. And to stand in your truth is to always be who you are. So my advice is always stand in your truth. Don't be afraid to speak up. Even if they don't speak your language, make them hear you.
Yes.
Never feel like you have a voice. Every table you sit at is a seat for you. So that is my advice, is being able to sit at every table, that the door open up. Don't be intimidated by any face, any titles, because a title just only said you're the boss, but who you the boss of? So never be afraid of titles. Always bust through the door with your head up, even if you don't know everything. Still make your presence known, but also be mindful what you say and how you say it. So that's my advice, because being in the shipyard for 17 years and having an opportunity to maneuver only if I thought it was the best position for me. I was never the type of person to take something because a door opened up, because a door opened up will cause you to compromise if you don't do certain things that they want you to do. Absolutely. So always be able to do what you're able to do, but be open to grow and, open yourself up to new things. And that's the biggest thing that I can offer to anyone is every table you sit at, take a seat.
Eventually, she said every table you sit at, take a seat. Now, if you can hear that, I need to tell them again. No. See, because this is winning mindset. And you said every table you sit at, take a seat. That's a word. Hey, write it down, okay? This is winning mindsets, okay? This is what. Don't you like and subscribe right now if you like that, because that was amazing. Wanico, I swear, I'm so thankful that you chose to come on the show. I'm so thankful that you gave me the opportunity to be your first interview, because I know I will not be your last interview.
Thank you.
Blessing my platform with your energy, with your great event that I will be attending for as long as attendance is possible. I don't need to miss it. It is such a good day. Such a good price point. Everything about it to me is just luxurious, and it's available. It's available for any woman that wants to participate, right? It's at a price point that's accessible. That's the word. It's accessible. So it's accessible to every woman that will want to, because you also always schedule them so far out where even if someone needed to gather, their price is up, they could, okay? But don't be trying to get the tickets from her at the door. You go on the website. It is mysundayfunday.com. Wanico does not have time at the door to be selling your ticket, okay? You get your ticket and pick it up at the door. But don't try to come buy no tickets at the door, okay? We don't need that. We need you to buy your ticket. You go online, mysundayfunday.com. Although she always has lots of helpers up there, so just in case you got to see. I'm just saying, okay? Wanico needs you to go ahead and go onto the website, mysundayfunday.com, and find out more about this event. Now, Wanico, I got to ask you this, because this is winning mindset. So do you see this extending to other places?
Yes. I have had several offers to take it to Georgia. I had an offer to take it to Chicago, because I was just in Chicago for my birthday. So I've been having a lot of opportunities, a little back and forth chatter, because people really don't know the behind the scene planning. So I am working on taking it to Georgia. 2015, I would be having some dates out of state. I would be having even on the cruise ship.
Okay.
So I want you all to realize that this is not about me. It's more so about you all having an amazing experience. So if anything that I can think of that I know I love, I know you would fall in love with. So the cruises, out of state, even traveling.
Yes.
Even doing, Sunday Funday gatherings. May not have the whole set up, but you come into anything, like I believe I invited several people out to the casino. It was an amazing band. So I want to do things like that outside of Sunday Funday, in case, someone want to come out, they trust the platform. Absolutely. So it's all about trusting the platform and the brand. So that way, if you get an invite, you're going to have a good time. Now, when you come to the event, it's going to be on a whole different level. But just to get us out, meeting other women on a different, smaller scale is also part of Sunday Funday vision. Yes, ma'am. And get your pajamas, please. Get your pajamas.
Yep. And get your pajamas. And when you go to mysundayfunday.com, it will tell you the color for this event. It will tell you the color for this event, and each event, as we discussed earlier, and as Wanico so clearly let us know, because we know Black people love coming when it's a color. She didn't say that, but I'm gonna say, I know. Because this is not just, this is a women's event. Yes. This is a women's event, so I'm not going to try to make it a Black event. I know it is a women's event for all women, to lift all women up nationwide, here in Virginia, Hampton Roads. So I wouldn't limit it, even though we are limitless. However, we also know we coming if it's a color, okay? We is coming if it's a color. Okay? I got my pajamas, I'm stacking them up. So, and then with the little logo on it, oh honey. And then that's the thing. Oh, I see you got on your Sunday Funday blazer. And I always wear my pajamas on Sunday because it says Sunday, you know, Sunday. So I appreciate that. And I just appreciate you so much coming on the platform. Is there anything else that you would like the audience to know about you or my Sunday Fun Day before we get out of here?
Well, really, I just want everybody to know, just come, just get your girlfriend, your mother, your aunt, your sister, someone that's going through something that just need to be around positivity. And it can be any woman. I know Tiara been to several of the events. We give out flowers. We give out gifts. I mean, everybody don't know we give money out too. And we like to just give.
I didn't know that. I'll be early next time.
Well, you know, the one in Mother's Day, the Cinco de Mayo, that was $500.
Oh, yeah.
It was money in all the bags, not all the bags, but it was at least 10 people who was able to win $500. And that was just our way of Mother's Day of saying, we love you, you are a mother, you're doing amazing, and we are here to lift you up.
That is so amazing. And then that's the other thing. I do want to say this though, because you don't have to be going through anything to come to the event. The event is more about no matter what your circumstance is, come.
Absolutely.
I think that I want to make sure that people know that because the thing is that the event is so positive and there's so much love in the room that for that 5 hours, 6 hours that you're there amongst those women and all that love and all the aunties and the grandmas and the cousins and nobody's being catty to each other. I mean, I've come into the event and seen people that I wasn't speaking to and we started speaking again at your event. So I will say that is a place for love. So it's all positive. All positive.
You said something very
all positive because there are a lot of women in those rooms. And when you come in there, you can't come with that energy. And because I'm always moving in love, to run into someone in that environment, they can't do anything but reciprocate the love. I find that happening to me a lot, you know, here lately. But this episode is not about me, y'all. But I will say that it is a beautiful thing when you consistently move in your life with love and forgiveness that God has given you, right? When you move like that, when you see people that may not like you or hate you or whatever the word is you want to use, they can't live, that energy can't live if you move it so strong in love. And so that is a testament to your event. That is so much love in the room that people can't come with.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. And I appreciate you sharing that with me because, you know, I get reviews all the time. And then I popped on my website and it was a Google review. And the lady called me. She was like, you know, Wanico, your last event, I got the information. So, you know, my events are always on Sunday, Tiara. She showed up on a Saturday with her pajamas at the door. And the owner said the event is tomorrow. So when I tell you, people are so excited. They look forward to this. And it's becoming an event that is so exclusive for us, all women. And another thing is that you mentioned you ran into someone that you wasn't fond of. I have had 4 people, because you know this will be the 5th Sunday Fun Day. 4 people came to me and said, Wanico, I haven't seen a lady in over 10 years. They wasn't speaking. They had their odds. Didn't want anything to do with one another. Baby, do you know now they're going out to dinner? Then they are talking. There was another lady whom I gave flowers to. I gave them both of them I gave them flowers. Wasn't dealing with each other because it was a family issue. And it was a divorce issue where they didn't want nothing. They blamed one another. And guess what? It was hugging. They was crying together. So Sunday is breaking down the barriers of true love, that you already want to forgive somebody when you're mad up. You already want to forgive them anyways. It's just being on the right situation, platform. And sometimes you don't need to say nothing. These people had no conversation. They just enjoyed Sunday Fun Day, and it opened up forgiveness. It opened up love. It opened up, I had no idea he was going through that. So Sunday Fun Day is about uplifting. I keep saying it because that's what it's about, pouring into each other and building a stronger sisterhood. And with Sunday Fun Day, I give away flowers and I bless them with flowers because we want our flowers now.
Yes.
And we don't want our flowers when, every time we birthdays come around or dinner time or Valentine's Day. We want our flowers because, we as women are sometimes not voiceful when we're dealing with our own trauma.
Right.
And sometimes we don't want to share. But sometimes God say, you know what, you don't have to share, but let me show you in the right platform. These women will open up to you.
Yeah.
And understand that what you're going through, and I said it before, things that we go through in life, how we go through it, open up the door for the next woman to go through it.
Yeah.
And knowing that if she was able to walk out, she's still got a health and strength, may have been delayed a little bit, because delay sometimes is good for us. All depends on what type of delay. To know that you survived and look at you now. I can look forward to that, or the next woman can look forward to that. Because sometimes we don't have these situations that are available for us to be included. We don't know when we by ourselves.
Right.
We don't know, it's so many thoughts that travel through our mind. And sometimes they're not all good. And as women, we don't talk about the darkness, but that's life.
Yes.
And so again, I donate tickets to women. I take care of their tickets, their pajamas. I give them gifts. And that's what it's all about. When women are going through, we have got to step in and step up for them. Yes. We have to intercede and carry them until they're able to start walking again. That's what the sisterhood is about. So anyone that would love to, be a part of Sunday Fun Day, like Tiara said, go to mysundayfunday.com. You can hit the link for events. You can see the tickets, general admission, VIP. If you want to do a birthday package, because Tiara will tell you, it's birthdays, celebration all through Sunday Fun Day. But it's truly an amazing event to not only be there, but to be part of. Number, if you would like to, anyone want to call me, 757-770-7638. Again, that's 757-770-7638. I would love to have you. I'm taking sponsorships. I'm doing it all.
Yes, and then that link, as you know, you guys, if you're tapping in for another time, but if you are just tapping in for the first time, those links and all Wanico's contact information concerning My Sunday Fun Day is below. So when you look down there to like and subscribe, you can just scroll on down and get her information so that you can attend this event. Gentlemen that are looking, you can send your girlfriends, your moms, your wives, your aunts, your nieces. Anyone over 21 is welcome to come, correct?
Yes, correct.
Yes, any woman over 21 is welcome to come and attend these events. And so this is a great gift as well for a woman in your life that you're caring about, or even if you're out of the area, because we know that our viewers are all over the world. Shout out to all the viewers all over the world. This channel is small, but we are mighty, okay? And we are growing. And this is Flawless Living Made Simple. Wanico, thank you so much for joining me. Woo! Wanico, yay! My Sunday Fun Day. I love you, girl.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you too. And we'll be seeing you soon. Take care.